Hey, man, thank you guys for watching the content, watching all of the interviews. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also leave a comment, man. Vibin with Veto. Just take 1 second out your day and leave a comment, like, or subscribe. Let's get back to the interview. Okay, we live in the crib, Vibin with Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibin with Veto. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibin with Veto. You already know the slogan, we vibrating higher. And today, I got a legend in the building, man. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man.
We go way back. Thank you for pulling up.
All the way back, man.
For sure, for sure. Everybody that comes and sits on this couch, I got like one question I always ask them. How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail?
The biggest.
The biggest.
The biggest.
Facts.
Because, you know, the crazy thing about when you think about failing, like it take you longer to be big. So I ain't never thought about failing.
Facts.
For every no I ever got, I always go for 2 yes.
For
You
sure.
feel me? So I never thought about failing because I just want to make it. So if you
Absolutely.
said no, I'm going to talk to 2 more people and get a yes.
Facts. Facts.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, that's impactful, man. So let's bring it back, man. Can we talk about like the beginning of time, the journey, how you became this icon, how you got your name, and like let's take it back.
Well, you know, going to high school in Chicago, you know, I was like, we was have these basement parties. Me and Tony Palmer and a couple of, you know, fellas, we grew up together, George, Mike, you know what I'm saying? And I just had, I was rapping. I was doing the reggae music.
Okay.
You know, when I say, you know, when you're rapping Jamaican, you'll be like a DJ.
Facts.
And when you're a DJ with spin records, you call a selector.
Okay.
So I used to rap the Jamaican, you know what I'm saying, do my thing. And we used to go to these clubs, and after the band finished playing the reggae, we go up there, and I get on the microphone and do my thing.
Facts.
But one night, the host wasn't there.
Really?
And I host.
Right.
And everybody thought I was so funny and thought that. So I was like, damn, maybe I should do this.
Right.
And I just start talking on the mic. I still used to DJ,
Facts.
you know,
Facts.
but I was talking on the mic.
Right.
And I came to Florida, and I started doing it. And I was playing strictly reggae music, you know.
Right.
And I had a little partner called J Baby, and he was like, hey, man, 90% of the crowd is Americans.
Right.
How you don't play no American music? I said, they all dancing to reggae. Like,
right.
They leave the other club to come here because they want the reggae.
Right.
He said, nah, man, you should try. So one night he said, tonight, man, because I would do the 2 o'clock ride. He said, play our American song.
Right.
I said, damn, what song I'm going to play? So my favorite song was NAA Gangsta Gangsta. And I put it on, and it took the roof off.
For real?
And I was like, oh, my God. Because most of the people in there was Americans anyway.
Right.
And man, we just started going crazy. And then I just started playing. But the thing about me, because I've been playing reggae music for so long, I introduced the record.
Okay.
And the way I introduced the record, when I drop it, it matches what I said before the record, so the people go crazy.
Right.
I started doing that with the American music, and I didn't know I was breaking records until everybody told me, man, you breaking these records, you know what I'm saying? And but the Bigga Rankin, you know, in Jamaica, when you step up, they put that ranking on your name. You know? So I was always bigger. Yeah, put that ranking on there, you know what I'm saying?
Dang.
And I just, you know, start going crazy with whatever I do.
Absolutely.
You know, my dad always say, how you do everything is how you do anything. How you do anything is how you do everything.
Absolutely.
Don't half step on nothing, and you're always going to be successful.
Facts.
So when it comes to breaking records, that was my thing, you know. My thing is like, I always feel like God put me here, you know, to get the jits out the street before the law trick them out the streets. That was always my thing. So I'm always working for them so they could go do something better with their life, you know.
Yeah, that's a blessing in itself too, as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. I have a slogan that I always say: purpose over popularity. When I say that slogan, how can you put that in your own words?
Well, I don't know if you listen to all my intros, you know, but when you listen to Heartless, that's basically where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? You know, because a lot of people, to me, hip hop used to be lyrics, But now hip hop is personality and popularity.
Facts.
If your personality is straight and you're popular, you're gone. It's not all about coming up with the best lyrics anymore. So, the way I put that, man, I deal with notoriety, man. Like, I'm different, man. And notoriety comes from your worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you only worth what you negotiate.
Absolutely.
If you tell me come do this and you're going to pay me $2 and I accept the $2, then that's what I'm worth. I'm a $2 nigga.
Right.
You feel me? So the popularity thing, where I look at it, popularity is running things right now.
Absolutely.
So I can't go against that because it's running things right now. Popularity is running things right now. But purpose, you always got to have a purpose for whatever you do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because without no purpose, like, why you here?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, I stick with the purpose. The popularity is cool.
Absolutely.
But I'm down with the purpose because you got to have a purpose in life. Because if you live without God, you're just an empty barrel rolling down the streets making a lot of noise.
That's deep.
Until you get God in your life, I can't dictate your purpose. I can't, but when you got God in your life, man, you're good.
Good.
All over, to everybody, to anybody.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I said that purpose.
Absolutely.
But in the hip hop, that personality.
Right. Man, I want to ask you, because you said one thing, we're talking about the popularity too, and the way that the music industry is going. You came from an era too, because you birthed a lot of artists. You gave a lot of artists their first chance. What did you see in those artists that they probably didn't see in themselves? And what made you take the initiative to say, look, I wanna be the one to kind of put that stamp on you?
They listen. The thing about artists, an artist that knows everything, you can't tell them nothing. Artists that I enjoy working with, they listen. Because if you know everything, I can't tell you nothing.
Thanks.
And a lot of artists, their work ethics got to be there. Like somebody have one song and it sound good and they figure that's it. I was telling artists all the time, it's like, you just keep making music, keep making. And one day, you just call everybody and think, well, I got one.
Right.
Because you going to know when you have it. And does any one of those songs make you feel that way so far? No. So you ain't got it yet.
You got to keep on going.
When you get that, oh God, man, you call your mama, your grandmama.
Right.
If your mama is gone, you go to the grave and be like, hey, mama, I really, really made it. I got it. Because when you get that song, even as long as you believe in God, you're going to feel it right here, man. Goosebumps. You know what I'm saying? You start walking out the house without your car keys because you're so happy.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't really pray. So a lot of them don't know when they get that gift. Because everybody born with a certain gift. Some people just don't figure it out till they're old.
Yeah, right.
But they still got that gift.
Absolutely.
You know? So a guy might could sing and he was like, damn, man. Everybody always tell me I was good, but now I found out I'm a real good singer and I'm 42 years old. Well, go do some blues. Go do some rhythm and blues. You still got it. A lot of people always feel like if they don't find out young enough, then they ain't got it no more. That's not true. You can get rich when you 92 years old if it's meant for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. How did you, so like during your journey, right? Like how did you know, because we're talking about when you get one, you feel it. How did you know that you were like destined for like the greatness that you have, you know? How did you know that? Like, did you feel it one day where you're like, man, dang, like, yeah, it just happened? Because
I was breaking records, man. And I don't know about any other DJ, but I knew in Florida, I was the first DJ to go out on the stage with the microphone and have the DJ behind me.
Right.
Like I was an entertainer and not a DJ.
Right.
Because I figured like, I just tell people, they say, well, who do you think you is? I said, well, I'm the ghetto CNN.
There we go.
When I speak, people listen.
Right.
When I'm on the microphone, you don't have half of the crowd doing this, and people pay attention because I always say stuff that makes sense. I was the first DJ And I'm not asking anybody. I'm telling them this, and people tell me, I'm the first DJ to play gospel song every time somebody start fighting in the club. Cause my granny always say, if a nigga fight through a gospel record,
right.
he the devil.
Absolutely. That's crazy.
And I always play that. I always do that. And I went to a church here. Mm-hmm. My partner, Bush, took me to a church. Mm-hmm. And the preacher was from Jacksonville, Florida. Mm-hmm. And he said, hey, man, this is my friend. His name Bigga Rankin. I said, I know Bigga Rankin, man. Mm-hmm. They used to go to the club. He played gospel music in the club. Mm-hmm. And he said, I think about that all the time.
Wow.
Because I was raised in a Christian home. I was raised, my granny was Christian. My granny go to Baptist. My mama 7-day Adventist. So I was going to school 5 days a week. Mm-hmm. And in Jamaica, the other 2 days, I'm going to church. I said, hey, you know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's a full week.
Yeah, that's a full week going to church until my mama leave and came to America. Then I had to go to 7-day Adventist anymore. I just go to so I know the right thing. And sometimes I be thinking to myself, like, if I do wrong and die, I'm going past hell because I know better. And it's crazy when you know better. And that just show how some things influence you the wrong way.
Right.
Because, God is in you. But the devil works 25 hours a day. So if he see you doing good, he wants your soul.
Absolutely.
And you're going to have to, stand firm. Mm-hmm. Stand firm and just be like, I'm just going to deal with God. I'm not going to let this bother me.
Right.
I'm not going to get on my knees and pray to God and say, please, God, I need to pay my rent tomorrow. Could you please let me get this money? I'm going to say, God, thank you for my rent. So I got faith. And I don't just pray when I'm down. I pray when I'm up because I feel like when I'm down, at least you recognize my voice. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. That's crazy, man. I got a question for you. We're on Vibin With Veto. Explain to the people your vibe. What's the vibe of Bigga Rankin?
Man, I feel like I got good vibe because I live through vibe. Mm-hmm. If I don't vibe with you, I don't you asked me to come do your podcast. If I'm not vibing with you, I'm not coming.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'm not coming. And my vibe is I'm always smiling.
Yeah, facts.
And like my mama said, when you meet somebody, keep talking so they don't worry about what's on your mind.
Facts.
They'll keep talking to them. Just keep talking.
Facts.
So they don't worry what's on your mind.
Facts.
So I'm always going to be laughing and joking because I don't think life is a joke. Mm-hmm. But why be serious when you don't have to? Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I like to enjoy life. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And as a man, we all been through a lot. Mm-hmm. I just feel like a lot of black people, all of us who come out, we need to go get therapy sometime because it's stuff that we went through, and I went through life just thinking I knew a lot because a lot of people come to me because they say I'm motivational.
Absolutely.
And when I was sick and had the corona and stuff, and I kind of seen my life pass, and I'm like, oh man, am I gonna make it out of the hospital? Am I ever gonna go home? I can't breathe right. And then when I got out, my wife take care of me like I'm a child. She just take good care of me, and I got better. And I met this bishop, and we started walking, and he prayed for me. We walk, and I'm like, damn, man, I'm learning so much, Thanks. And one day I said, hey, man, these 3 miles is long, man.
Right.
He said, no, it's a mile and a half that way and a mile and a half back, so it's not that long. He said, well, you know what your problem is, Mr. Plummer? I said, well, you fixate too much at the end of the journey instead of enjoying the journey. Forget about the destination. Just take some pictures, there's some bird flying around, the deer walking, the deer color change certain time of the year. And, look at that. And I started doing that, and then the journey became shorter. I'm like, okay, so I do need to learn a lot.
Right.
Then he said, well, you're going to be with me in about a year. I'm going to ask you something. And after we were walking for a year, he said, how do you feel? How do you communicate with people? Is it better? And I said, yeah. And he said, well, when we first started walking, he told me, he said, reaction is weakness and respond is strength. 90% of what you react to, you're always going to be arguing. But if you just listen, dissect it, and respond, it'll be cool. And I told him, I said, my reaction had got better because I just don't react to a lot.
Wow.
And so my wife would tell me, she was like, hey man, sometimes you say some stuff, but the tone you say it and you don't hear the tone because you saying it. And it might sound kind of harsh, but because you said it and you didn't mean nothing, you don't think of it. Right. And stuff like that you got to think about just to get yourself right. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people think they're right about everything, so they don't be trying to hear what other people have to say. But sometimes people looking from the outside, it's a different thing. And a person like me, it took me a while. I mean, you know, I'm an OG now, but it took me a while to learn that sometimes you and your girl might be living in a house and you mistake comfort for love. The bills paid, the car note paid, got a little bit of money, y'all going to restaurants and stuff, but if sickness come through the front door, that love walk out the back door. If poverty come to the front door, that love walk out the back door. You got to be with somebody who gonna be with you for whatever. No matter how you look, you foaming out the mouth, you vomiting, you whatever, that person gonna be there for you. And it took me a while to learn these things. So when I'm talking to people, I don't push that on them. I explain it to them. Because sometimes, not because you've been through some stuff, know something, you could say, man, this is what you need to do, man. Let's just do that and you're good. No, you got to explain to people how it's going to work, because everything takes time. So my life, I just didn't became Bigga Rankin, the motivational speaker or whatever. I don't even think I'm motivated. I just be saying stuff that I've been through. And I write a lot of stuff because it makes sense.
Absolutely.
I make a lot, you know, sometimes I might just be sitting down and I might think to myself, okay, how can I fix this as an intro? Like, when you lose something, you don't get it back. No, when you lose something, you can't get the same thing back. It got to be replaced. I could never figure it out. When I was growing up, if you broke something of mine, I'd be wanting that same thing back.
Right.
You know, because I'm used to it. If I got a leather jacket and you tore it, I want that leather jacket back. So while you grow and you listen and see what people go through, you learn more. And as a DJ and a barber, we like therapists.
Absolutely.
So when we feeding people, we got to take it easy. We can't tell a person you need to be this because I'm on the microphone. Hey, man, go. No, you just got to take your time. You know, and when you learn something, you can feel it, man. When you learn something about life. Because one thing about life, no one makes it out alive. Ain't nobody ever been to hell and came and told me it was hot. And nobody ever been to heaven and came back and told me it was milk and honey. When you're gone, you're gone.
Wow.
So if you ask me, like, man, how you feel about Veto? Veto, good dude, man, good vibe, you know. But everything don't tally up until you leave here. People can say some good stuff about you, give you flowers while you're here, but everything tally up when you're gone. And that's crazy, man.
That's crazy, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, I was feeling the same way because we was having a conversation about that too, and it's like it seems like when you're here, everybody's quiet on like how good you are, you know what I mean? Except the people that's close to you. But when you leave, you see every single person out the woodwork that just comes, and sometimes it makes me look like, dang, like why don't we value like the person or the life or the spirit that this person is while they're here, and we can actually feel, see, and hear this person, you know what I mean? And love this person.
Man, I went to a funeral the other day for a promoter in Florida. He was a good dude. And I remember every time he bring a concert, he always have me to host and DJ for him. Packed. People can't even get in. But whenever he throw a regular party, there's hardly anybody there. And I was at his funeral and they asked me to speak, and I was telling them, like, you know, it's crazy. People might throw the Bible at me on stage, but I remember he threw a regular party, and this many people didn't come. But here's people with $1,000 suit and $300 shoes is here to watch him die, like watch him go. Like, what happened to you doing this while he was alive?
Absolutely. It's strange, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's talk about your legendary intros. You know what I mean? While we're here, I mean, we already spoke about YF and Lucci. Shy Glizzy is another person that you've been dealing with for a very long time. Like, what would you say, like, your most memorable and, like, I don't want to say best because you did a lot of mixtapes. What was your most memorable intro that just it sticks with you too? It's like solidifies Bigga Rankin.
Whew, man.
I know I asked you a hard one, right?
Man, the intro that I'm not gonna lie to you. It's them Lucci intros, man. Like, because we so close. We so close, man.
Right.
Wow.
I know I asked you one of them questions, man. My bad. Like,
wow.
Yeah, man.
It's an intro that I said, it's best to love and lost than not love at all. What's the name of it?
You give a lot of game on them intros too, man. It's like you pour. It's like you pour out on them intros. You know what I mean? Like, and one thing, and that's one thing that I can say, like, that's with your brand, that sticks, because a lot of times when people get DJs, you know, they can just say, they can introduce themselves, drop a bomb, say your name. You're giving motivation, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people can dissect that too and have that with the song that's being displayed as the intro. So it's dope, man. You know what I mean?
Because what a DJ is supposed to do is co-sign the artist. Back in the days, we used to do mixtape where you just get a bunch of songs put together and talk, because that's hyping the DJ. But when you're doing a personal mixtape, you can't hype yourself. You got to put the artist in position to win.
Absolutely.
So I talk in front of the record that if a DJ want to play the record and don't want to play the intro, then he could just go past my intro. And I don't put my tags or anything through the record because I want other DJs to play the record. Because that's why Shy Glizzy, we did 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, because it went platinum, so we did the 10-year anniversary. And I got a couple platinum records, a couple gold records, and I'm thankful to God. I'm thankful to God for it.
Man.
I can't remember the intro name, man, but God, man.
I know that's probably it's gonna stick. It's gonna come to you. It's gonna come to you.
But I did it, man. Kind of words stick in my head, like it's best to love and lost than not love at all. Damn, it was a hard one, man.
Facts.
And I think about it all the time. And my second one is Heartless. Heartless is just
Facts.
And it's a platinum record, so
definitely.
And which other one is platinum?
You got so many. You know what I mean? You got so many. We'll be sitting up here for another 10 minutes naming all of these.
Documentary, that's
Facts.
platinum, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But, people just got to understand. And, I felt like I was put here for something,
Absolutely.
I was put here but not everybody can understand me. I'm very kind. I give away more than what I got paid for.
Facts.
I get criticized for that a lot.
Facts.
Because, I got a good heart, My heart is very, very pure, you know what I'm saying? I don't hate on nobody.
Definitely.
I don't disrespect people.
Facts.
I don't play diss records. Never. My crew don't play diss record because I feel like I don't want to play a record that's going to be the soundtrack to your funeral. I know.
Absolutely, man. Man, it's a blessing having you here, and I want to talk to you about something too, because like I've been knowing you for years and stuff like that, and I just want to say I appreciate you, bro, because at a time where I was trying to figure out myself, you know what I mean, like with the music thing, Monte brought me to you. And we developed a friendship through that. I know at that time we were supposed to do some things that just didn't go that way, but it was, again, that's divine timing. But I just wanted to say thank you for coming, kicking it with me. You know what I'm saying? I can actually see you face to face. Because at one time, I remember I was at TJ Making Moves. What was that? Maximum Exposure. And I remember you pulled me to the side, bro. The next day I seen you at Cumberland. You was like, man, why the hell you doing a booty shaking song? You remember you told me that? He was like, bro, that ain't you, man. You need to get back to the core of what you do. And I always took that. I'm like, bro, I gotta just be me.
Because I don't like to see artists switch up and do something because it's trendy.
Facts.
And I always love your music.
Thank you.
Yeah. Didn't you used to work at the airport?
Yeah. You used to always come to see me at the airport too. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Every time I'm passing through the airport, I see him. He was just like, I just want to be an artist.
Facts, bro.
I want to leave this job and be an artist. I said, man, you work at the airport, you see everybody.
Facts, bro. It go way back, man. But I took those words and I was like, because that junk hit me, I'm like, Big he ain't gonna lie to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, cool, man. Scratch this record. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna only do things that I enjoy. That comes
because I've been around you and I did your, man. I listen to damn all your music. We used to talk on the phone all the time, and every time I'm flying, I would fly out. I would stop by your thing and talk to you and just give you some good advice. And when I heard the song, I just didn't hear you. I love booty music. I don't hate booty music, but I didn't hear you. It just wasn't you. And I'm like, are you doing this because it's a trendy thing, or who told you to do this? And you were like, man, I'm just trying some different things, whatever. I said, well, I don't like you doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to lie to you.
And I appreciate that.
If I'm your friend, I'm not going to lie to you. And I didn't owe you no money, so it don't make no sense me lying to you.
Facts. I remember you took time out and we had hot beats. And literally, I played you like 20 records. You sat through all of them. I know you ain't like every last one of them, but you sat through all of them, and I'm just like, bro, like any other person would have just been like, I got 5 minutes for you. You sat,
but you was a kid though. You were trying to make it like you was a kid, and then you speak with good manners when you talk to people. You wasn't like, yo, man, I got some bangers, man. You were like, hey, man, I got this record. You know what I'm saying? I'd appreciate it if you check this out. You always had good manners. So, and that go a long way with me. A whole long way just by the way you talk, your personality. You know what I'm saying? Not the popularity, but the posted person.
Yeah, facts. One last question before we get out of here, man. With the world on your shoulder, success at your fingertips, how do you respond when adversity knocks at your door?
Pray. I just pray.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Can't do nothing else but pray. Because as long as you know it's a God, you're going to be good. One thing about sex is competition, driving is competition, rapping is competition, but praying is no competition because he understands every language, short and long. You know what I'm saying? Your prayer might be short, it might be long. You might speak Spanish, Portuguese, whatever. Right. He understands everything, you know what I'm saying? And I tell people all the time, God got a lot of pajamas, he just don't go to sleep. So when adversity now, I just pray. I ain't be what I'm gonna do about this. Or, I'm not gonna lie. We're human beings, and sometimes you're gonna be like, oh man, I wonder how I'm gonna pay this bill, or you're gonna say that.
Absolutely.
But deep in your heart, you're gonna get on your knees and work that out. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man.
Man, Big, thank you for coming, bro. Thank you,
man. It's a pleasure, man.
I really appreciate. Real talk, like how I told Screen and just everybody. It's like y'all taking time out y'all day to come and sit with me. This means a lot to me. You know what I mean? And
I'm happy for what you're doing because in this business, sometimes you do 100 things, and it's the 99th thing or the 89 or really is what you need to do.
Right.
It's because God, like I said, God give you that talent. You don't know when. You know what I'm saying? You're going to chip in because he's watching over you, and he know if he let you do this before a certain time, it ain't going to work because you might have some people around you that don't need to be around you.
Absolutely.
Because people are always like, man, I'm trying to do this, and success is not for everybody, man. And the reason why success ain't for everybody, man, because you got to have in your head so when the success reach you, you can handle it. Some people can't handle success. It's too much. it wear him down.
Absolutely.
You know, and like I said, you know, I've did this business for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And if it ever happened that I'm 70, 80 years old and ain't make no money and things ain't right with me, I went broke or whatever, I'm just going to write a book.
Yeah,
and at the end of the book, I'm going to say, don't do what I did.
Bro. Man, thank you again, man. Real talk, man. Tell the people where they can find. They already know you, but go ahead and tell the people.
Oh, man. Bigga Rankin 00. And one thing I want to tell y'all, my book, I'm dropping my book like first of the year. And I did a book in strictly intros. Mm-hmm. My 15-year-old son just started producing. He did all the beats for the audio book and everything, man. And
dope.
I feel good, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I feel great about my life right now. You know what I'm saying? Because everything I did what I wanted to do, not what people told me to do.
Damn. That's amazing. That's amazing. When you're getting ready to drop the book, if we can pre-order it, I want to be the first person that you send it to. I want to go ahead and buy it. And can you autograph the book for me?
Most definitely. Man.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming, man.
Much respect.
Hey, it's been another episode Vibin With Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. We almost at 4,000 subscribers. Get them subscribers up, man. Thank y'all. We out.